Boy, we hope we don't see any more of this throughout the rest of the winter. This morning's commute resulted in a 100-car pileup. This was at the intersection of 6th and Kalamath in Denver, leaving multiple people injured and dozens of people stranded. Crazy. Thank you so much for joining us tonight at 6. I'm Ann Trujillo.
And I'm Shannon Ogden. This, of course, is only the first storm of the season. We know there will be others, and they will be worse.
So, what was this, just a perfect storm of occurrences that caught drivers off guard, or is there something bigger going on at this intersection?
Well, we didn't have to look far into our archives to find another big pileup there at 6th and Kalamath. Back in November 2019, a 50-car pileup at that same spot.
Denver 7's Russell Haythorne is joining us live tonight. Russell, you pushed both CDOT and the City of Denver for answers about why this is happening at this intersection.
Yeah, and both agencies say the simple answer is in a weather event like this, where you have rain first and then snow, it makes no sense to put down that liquid de-icer because the rain simply washes it away and it's ineffective anyway. So what we're hearing from experts today is that last night there was a flash freeze on this bridge and others like it throughout the metro area, and that resulted in a nightmare commute. The disaster before dawn, catching dozens of drivers off guard.
By the time you saw it coming up, and you couldn't stop, and you just hit anybody right there.
It's like a movie almost. It was all one big sheet of black ice. You couldn't see it.
Wyatt Cessna feels lucky to have escaped uninjured.
Tried my best to stop, but it wasn't working out. Slid into a dump truck, got hit like 4 more times. Truck's gone. I'm all right though, so I guess everything's okay.
By daybreak, tow trucks started moving the wreckage to an empty lot at Empower Field. Hardly what Russell Wilson meant by, let's ride.
Pulling cars out of off the ice.
It was very mental.
Sharon Crumb's SUV totaled. These are her photos of the pileup.
And I literally just hung on. It was bam, bam, just a constant pounding. Maybe it only lasted a minute or two, but it felt like forever. And I kept thinking, please don't let anybody tip me over.
This is classic Colorado.
Denver 7 traffic reporter Jason Luber says it's certainly a problem spot. A similar incident happened here 3 years ago. Denver says it did not pre-treat 6th Avenue because at 4:30 a.m. when our crews passed through the area, the road conditions did not call for de-icer.
What they'll tell you is that there was a rain event first and then snow after. And they'll say that when they put the liquid de-icer down, the rain will wash it away.
That is in fact what both CDOT and Denver told us today. It was too wet ahead of the snow and would have just washed the de-icer away before the roadways froze.
And then you have these drivers that are going too fast for conditions, going up this hill, they can't see what's ahead of them, and then they slam on their brakes because they see, oh my goodness, there's a crash here, and then they all start spinning out of control, and they don't know what's happening up ahead because there's that bridge, it's a blind spot.
A disastrous morning commute, yet drivers thankful it wasn't worse.
Thank God that he just got a sprained ankle right now.
So the good news is only minor to serious injuries in this pileup. So a 50-car pileup here back in 2019 and then a 100-car pileup just this morning. We're going to continue to press the Department of Transportation and Infrastructure here in Denver on what they might do to treat this bridge in the future. In the meantime, most traffic experts are saying if it looks wet, it might be icy. So slow down. We're live in Denver tonight. Russell Haythorne, back to you guys.
150 cars in 3 years. That's a mess. Russ, thanks for that. We appreciate it. And we'll take a look at another example of a crash this morning. This was along I-70 near Sheridan in Denver. We spoke to CDOT about this one. They say this area was treated with de-icer, but as you can see, there was still a multi-car crash there. And CDOT wants you to know that de-icing only does so much to help keep the road safe. They say the best way to stay safe, check your speed when it's cold and icy.